Today I'm going to show you how to take wild lettuce and process it into an extract. First, you need to find wild lettuce. In a lot of places, it grows as an annual or biannual weed on the sides of roads, fields, or forests. The specific species I am looking at is going to be Lactuca canadensis and Lactuca floridana. These two species grow all over the world, and in my area of Zone 8B specifically, I'm lucky enough to have some in my yard as well as in an abandoned forest lot near me. You can also order seeds for the more potent strain of Lactuca virosa, which currently is completely legal in the States and easy to grow. First, you need to identify the plant that you're working with is a type of wild lettuce. The main features are extremely tall, thick stalks that can get up to 9 feet tall. The leaves are generally deeply lobed, 3 to 10 inches long, and 1 to 4 inches wide. The leaf has pointed tips, toothed margins, and tapered bases. The bottom veins on the virosa strain will also have very long hairs. The canadensis and floridana have very, very short, fine ones, if any at all. And when you cut the stalk or remove a leaf, the plant will ooze a milky white or brown latex. Once you located your plant, you'll want to wait until the plant is flowering to harvest. For one, it allows the plant to fulfill its life cycle and seed new plants for the next season. Also, it's a time when you can get the most extract out of your plant. To harvest the plant, all you need to do is chop it down or rip it out of the ground since the roots are very shallow. From there, rinse off the plant and bring it inside to process it. The processing is pretty easy. You want to pull off all the leaves and place them in a blender with a little bit of water. Blend it up enough so you can fit the rest of the plant in. It's optional to use the stalk, but there's plenty of material in it, and I always blend up the whole plant. But if you have kind of a weaker blender that can only handle the leaves, that's fine. You can get plenty out of that too. Once you have the plant blended up, place it in a large pot. Add enough water to the pot so that the plant matter is submerged in water. Keep the heat below boiling. I like it around 150 degrees Fahrenheit, as my number 4 on the stove knob keeps it in that range without me really having to check it. The plant mix should stay on this heat for 30 minutes, stirring occasionally. Take it off the stove and set it aside to cool down, because the next step you're going to be wringing it out with your hands, so you definitely don't want 150 degree liquid. The next step is going to be straining the juices from the plant matter. I have some bags I use for brewing, but a cheesecloth will work as well. Really anything that keeps the big chunks of plant matter out of it. Use your hands to wring out all the juice that's in there, and the final product shouldn't have any plant matter chunks in it. Also, you can compost the leftover dry plant matter. This juice will go back into the stove to evaporate the water out. Keep it as same as before, the heat below boiling, and stir often to make sure that nothing is burning on the bottom of the pot. Careful that especially when the mix becomes less watery and more of a paste, it is very easy to let burn. Once most of the water has evaporated out, you will have a dark brown, almost black extract remaining. I will sometimes take that extract out a little early to evaporate under a fan in my back room, like I did this time. But if you want to keep a close eye on it, you can simmer it down into a thick paste. It's really up to you. Once you have your extract, label it with the plant type, the date that you processed it, and the extraction method that you used. This method is super easy. It doesn't require a whole lot of equipment or skill, just a bit of patience when you're watching it simmer down. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Otherwise,
well, about time for me to be hitting the old dusty trail.